welcome back. In today's video, I'm talking all about Tana Templates, how you can package them up, how you can distribute them, and how you can get other people to download or buy them from you. Hey there, my name's Ev, and I create YouTube videos about how to level up your life and work using tools for thought. So over the last couple of years, I have created countless templates for note-taking platforms like Notion, Roam, Obsidian, and now Tana to help people get up and running really fast. And I think that we're in a really fun space right now in that you've got kind of three kinds of people. The platforms, they're not really people, but you've got the platforms. And they kind of provide the building blocks to be able to build stuff. They usually are kind of blank space apps and platforms that you can build on. So then you have this second kind of person, which is the consumer and the user. When somebody opens up one of these note-taking apps, one of these building block apps, one of these platforms, usually they're staring at a blank page going, oh, what am I supposed to do with this? They will embrace a platform once they kind of can see and have an inbuilt process that works for them. And so that's where I think a really exciting person or persona is starting to rise up, which is the architect and builder. This is a unique skill that people usually don't realize they have, okay? So I never realized I was an architect or builder until I started to kind of like just get excited by certain things that I was building, put screenshots out there, and then people are like, oh wow, like I've never thought to create it that way, or that looks really interesting, do you have a template for that? But there is a unique skill that architects and builders bring. But people like us, we see patterns, we are able to solve problems, we know how processes should work very instinctively. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can package up a workspace or a process that you've got in Tana, put it into a template and distribute it. And at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about a brand new feature that Tana have just brought out that is going to make it wickedly easy for you to do this. So let's get into it. All right, so first things first, how do you actually find an idea for a template? Well, I think there's three ways that I personally look for. The first one is just mine from your own systems and workspaces. So you might have a unique way that you process something or you organize something. And so just look within yourself and within your own workspace to what might be interesting and helpful for other people. The second one kind of follows on from the first, but it's really about showing your work. So how I first got started with my very first template was I was so excited by my kind of central Notion dashboard that I took a screenshot of it and I put it in the Notion Reddit. And an hour later, I had a heap of people saying, oh, do you have a template for that? Can I get a copy of that? And I was like, I didn't even know templates existed. So the best way to find out and to validate your idea for a template is actually just to show it off. Be an oversharer, show off your work, and you'll very quickly kind of get signals back as to what might work for a template or what people might want. So the third thing to do is actually just get into the Tana community. The Slack channels have thousands and thousands of people in them, your potential customers. So what you want to do is get in, look at the questions that people are asking, look at the workspace channel, have a look at the challenges and the problems that are coming up time after time, and try and solve those problems. And that's just a perfect way to extend kind of some of your templates just past from what you do and trying to solve problems for other people. So let's talk about how you actually break a workflow down or a workspace down that you have and put it into a template. Okay, so the second thing to think about is like what actually makes up a template. So what exactly should you be including in a template to make it a template that somebody else can transfer into their workspace and use? So all of my templates include three basic things. The first one is the super tag configuration. So any super tags that are part of that template that people are going to need to use, you want to make sure that they are set up correctly, that you have kind of like descriptions about what each of the fields mean, that kind of thing. So make sure you set up your super tag. The second thing is live searches. So how are people going to, once they enter in and use these super tags, how are they going to find them again? I find it useful to have a couple of different searches, especially if it's a process. So if it's something like project management, for instance, you might have a live search that you can see all of your projects and a live search that you see all of your in progress projects. Okay, so whatever searches they are going to need, set those up. The third thing is I then combine all of that together in some kind of hub, okay? So when we're talking about templates and when we're talking about packaging up your processes, you want to kind of create it into a thing. So it's like a product that you can give somebody. So if I downloaded a task management app, for instance, I want to have everything included, how I input information, how I find it again, all of that. So think of every one of your templates kind of like a little app that people can install into their workspace. Okay, so how do you actually package up a workflow or a process that you have into a Tana template? Well, what I like to do is make it feel like my Tana template is like a little mini app that has everything that they need to make this work. So first things first, you want to create a node for your template. This is going to house everything that is included in the template that's going to be imported into somebody else's workspace. So I like to just create a node that has the template name. Within that, I have a few different things that I always include, plus the actual template parts. Now, if I view this as a list, you can see each of these is just a plain node, and all I've done is I've viewed it as tabs. I like it. It makes it feel like this is an actual thing that people can put in their sidebar, and they've got everything that they need. So first things first is I always have a setup template node. This just includes the instructions on how to actually install it and how to kind of get the super tags into their schema, all of that kind of thing. So you can see it's really simple, but what you do need to do, and the template won't work if you don't do this, is you actually do need to house your super tags within this node, okay? So at the moment, the super tags for this particular template live in the schema. So you have to move them from the schema and bring them here into this node. So really simple way to do that. There's only 2 super tags in this particular template. One is called project. So I just @ and I find the reference, and then the other one is task. All right, both of those. So at the moment, these are still references. They don't actually live here in this node. So all you have to do is just go Command K again, just go reference, and you want to bring the referenced node here. And so you see this now has a solid circle around it, not the dotted circle, and the same here. So bring this node here, and that's all you have to do. So just make sure that your super tags actually live in the node. And then I just tell people to do exactly the same thing as when they install it into their workspace. They're going to get the nodes and they're going to move them into their schema. So it's really important to have good documentation in your templates so that people aren't coming back to you with questions and that kind of thing. I also love to include a quick video on how to actually set the template up and how to use it. I think that's really helpful for a lot of different people. So the second thing that I always include is a little welcome page. This is just something that kind of says, hey, this is who I am. I'm so excited that you've got the template. Here's a video of how to actually use this template, and then give people a little kind of way to get help or support from you. Tell them exactly where they can do that. You know, this is your template, so you should expect that people might have some questions. And then I just provide a way for people to actually, go and get more from me. If you are going to start to build templates, then you should start to build an audience around what you build. And so just let people know what's the next step for them. Once I've got those 2 nodes, then I just have a whole lot of nodes that are actually part of the template. So these are just nodes that I've set up where people can get the live searches and where the template just works for them. So the key to a good template is if people don't have to do too much setup and too much configuration, and they can literally just put this in their sidebar and start, doing their tasks and doing their projects, they will love you. And so all I do is I simply, once I've created all the nodes and I've created kind of how I want it to look and feel, I just go Command K and I view as tabs, and then I feel like this is like a little mini app that they could install into their workspace. Now, once you've actually set up your template and it's ready to go, then you want to just package it up with a new template format, which is actually so easy. So all you want to do is you want to make sure, first of all, and you only have to do this once, is you want to make sure that your Workspace is published, okay? So the difference between if you know it's published or not is you're going to see this one here is not published, okay? If I come up here, if I come up here to the test template space, you see published workspace. So all you want to do is come up to your main top workspace node. And remember, you only have to do this once. You go Command K and you just hit publish. That's going to publish it. It'll take a little bit of time. And then when it refreshes again, you'll see the published workspace kind of tag on your workspace. Now that your workspace is published, you can just create a template from any different node. So if we want to create one from our focus hub that we've been using, all we have to do is go Command K, type in template and share it as a template. What's going to come up is what it's going to look like, and then it's going to tell you what it contains. So my template contains 2 super tags and 9 search nodes. Now you can see here, it's got these ugly kind of B brackets. That's because I've bolded this. So if I unbold it and I do the same thing, now it's beautiful. It's Tana Academy Focus Hub template. All you have to do is copy that link, and then you can give that link to anyone and they can install this into their own workspace. So all they have to do once they have that link is if you publish it somewhere or someone's getting it from your Gumroad page or anything, provide them with the link. All they have to do is put that link in their URL, bar to get there, press enter, and then they will see the template page come up. They will then see this template page come up and they can choose where they want to put it. So I might put it in my playground, and then you can add it to home. And then now you can see it comes up straight away, but if I go all the way up to playground, you will be able to see it down here in my playground, and that's it. And then all they have to do is just follow the steps to get the super tags into their schema, and they are on their way. So once you've got your template and you're ready to distribute it, how do you actually get that out and get people downloading it or buying it if that's what you want? So the best advice I ever got when I was first starting on this journey of building templates is to never give away your naked link. So what I mean by that is, when you can easily create something and, just say to people, hey, I've got this template, here's the link, click on it and put it into your workspace. But if you're going to build templates, I would highly recommend using some kind of marketplace where you can collect people's details and then in return, they get your template. The reason for that is, one, you kind of just want to see what's popular. So as you start to build more templates, you'll start to see which templates are more popular, people are downloading them more, that kind of thing. The second thing is you're building an audience, you're building a tribe of people, you're building your asset. So whether you decide to charge or not, you can still kind of have an asset of people that you can then say, hey, I've got this new template, would you be interested in that kind of thing. The third reason is most new template creators feel the need to give away things for free, and I'm totally in for that. I give away a lot of templates for free just to kind of build up my credibility and to build up my audience. But when you put your template out on a marketplace, really generous people who want to support you will actually give you money for that template that you've given them for free. And it's a really beautiful exchange. And trust me when I say the first time that somebody sends you money for that template, it's just it's a mind-blowing moment, and it can really change your life. Now, I'm not going to talk about whether you should have free templates or paid templates. My general rule of thumb here is that if something is really simple, it's just a super tag and some searches, I probably will give it away for free. If it's my unique process for something, if there's a lot more kind of complexity in it, then I will charge. I don't have time in this video to talk about pricing of templates and that kind of thing, but if you are interested, put a comment below. I would easily do a video on pricing and that kind of thing if people are interested. So if you're a builder or an architect and you want to start building templates, now is the time. It's actually easier than ever to get them into other people's workspaces And so all you have to figure out is how to solve people's problems and how to get your IP and your processes and your workspaces into other people's hands. So I hope you liked this video on how to package up your processes and get them out into the hands of other Tana users. And if you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel, because I create videos like this every single week. And if you want to hear more about how to be a builder or an architect, then please let me know in the comments below. I would love to answer any more questions in the videos about how to create templates, how to distribute them, how to price them, any of that.